Boggs is soft if you get to know him.
Don't challenge Bob to five-finger fillet. God's hands are made of cinder blocks and cigarettes.
What the hell you mean you want to Well, it's just, we were thinking. Why is it every time we go out and do a job, it's you who ends up with all our friends?
My friend's got a point.
You looking to start something?
Well, isn't this cozy? It appears we've stumbled across the embodiment of the phrase absolute mayhem.
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low.
Not to me, not to you.
I'm a smuggler. Making enemies comes with a job. This time, I got in over my head and made one who's more dangerous than me. I suppose I can't rightly blame you for that. It's the Varun Zealots. They've been on my tail a while. And they're easy enough to avoid in places like this, but I'm history if they see my ship cruising around the space lanes again. Oh, I'm a real scrapper. Good in a fist fight or in the gunner seat. Doesn't matter to me so long as there's a strong drink waiting when the fight's over. I've also got pretty sticky fingers, if that suits you. They're a group of cultists who operate on the edges of non-space. Real nutjobs. They shoot at just about anyone who comes near them. Big on grudges too. That's how I ended up on their radar. Hard to believe what passes for polite conversation these days.
What's your poison? I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you could call me Bog. Welcome to the last Nova, where the drinks are never free. Guilty? You name it, I got it. Although, I can't speak to quality. We don't believe in expiration dates here as long as it gets the job done. Got it back in my experimental days. Before we fixed up Nova, she was a real boggy mess. Practically an indoor swamp. I figured some of what's growing around here could make some decent booze. Some might say I only got the booze part right. As long as you're buying, stay as long as you like. The last Nova never sleeps, so no last call here. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the rule and offer you my speciality. On the house. One free bottle of Bog's Grog. Well, can't complain, right? And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find, and guaranteed to drown those sorrows. Now that's a trade secret, mate. And a homegrown one at that. But nothing to worry about. I've been serving it up going on 20 years now. Only things that have killed my customers are bullets and stupidity. Nova wasn't always the lovely sight you see before you. She used to be a hydro farm and put up quite a fight when we decided to give her a makeover. Overgrown water everywhere. I almost gave up. But what's a proper home without a pub, eh? Last Nova never closes, so come back anytime.
Too many missions, not enough time. Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me onto Delgado. And telling him how much I pitched in. That was pretty damn cool. If he would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. What? No, you gotta be crazy. All I'm gonna do is lay low for a while, pick up a few jobs from Voss, and maybe get drunk. I appreciate that. And look, if you ever need anything, an extra gun or whatever, I got your back.
As long as you don't shoot us while you're back there, I think we'll get along just fine.
You just, take care of yourself out there.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to as well as I want.
You lost Rook?
Yeah? There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rokov on the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me. My score involves a one-time event being held aboard the Siren of the Stars. If anyone finds out the Crimson Fleet's aboard that Starliner, the event will be canceled and I can kiss my payday goodbye. There's no way I'm gonna miss this window of opportunity. I'm about to tell you, so shut up and listen. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those Galbait credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me. Good luck. Rokov's been tipping me off about something at the event. So it's simple. No. Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Galbank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. Then why the hell are you here? We take unnecessary risks every day. That's what being a pirate is all about. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away?
Unless you plan to walk away empty-handed, she really isn't giving us a choice.
Yeah, ES. Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about... All Rokov does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, if you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Then it's settled. Good. All right, Rook, we're done here. Now... Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word, until you earn your... Hit me up if you got questions.
That last job didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
Interesting. Exposed wires here, a little rust there. What a unique way to decorate.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? Patience.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Yes? What?
Word is the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Suvorov.
You're back. So how did it go? Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis. Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed. Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way. I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I give you my word. Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Excuse me, Commander. Did you say Crix's legacy? Please tell me you aren't seriously going to give that any credence. Everyone knows that's just I don't know, a myth.
I'm holding tangible confirmation of the word legacy attached to Crix's name. That's too much of a coincidence to attribute to myth.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. Well, we can solve that little mystery in about 10 seconds. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Crix was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinya Voss. No. The Crimson Fleet are in dire... It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. You're both dismissed.
My family's all in the UC Navy. To be insistent.
We're ready to depart.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, oh, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not... Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there... Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. Okay. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly. Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting... playing it safe for now. Okay. I can respect that. But let's make one thing clear. If I'm gonna stick my neck out by help...
Like him or not, he's the Siren's captain, so his assistance is going to be invaluable. Maybe we should hear what he has to say.
Well, well. It appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Of course I do. But who wants to settle for a one-time payout? I prefer to play the long game. You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means... You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Gal Bank executive. As long as Dombrowski's on the ship, he's all mine. Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala.
Oh god. I'd rather hunt down Varun's zealots than mingle with those egotistical frauds.
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich... These people couldn't give a damn about Terran. Someone with enough disposable income to afford a permanent six-figure cabin aboard one of Trident's, consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile vacation home. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the StarField ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so... He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder from... Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starlight, meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship. So, anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul. In their minds, Earth is now dead. In reality, this is what happens when folks... What the hell? When I asked you earlier, you said you weren't here. Not only did you lie to me... Yeah? And I suppose it's just a coincidence. I can't believe she's trying to cut me out. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. I spent months manipulating the terrain preservation system. I had to arrange the event to make sure that when I got a message about Dubrovsky, I assumed she'd be That would imply that Neva has a... Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all... So tell me, what's the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you... Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the StarField ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook...
Word is the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Suvorov.
About time you showed up. I've been trying to get done. Then out of nowhere, just... Oh, sure. Let's get... Because... Worst case scenario. Yeah, I figured you'd say... So Neva's met. Was that all? Don't play games with me. We're supposed to be... So why are you targeting? Merchant vessels but taking all sounds too... Playing it safe, friend. But let's make one thing.
Like him or not, he's the...
Well, I don't want money. Fine. Dombrowski's a fool. Fortunately, to get what you...
Oh, God.
The events that come... These people... Someone with... Consider it's... Yeah, well, lucky for you. This card will allow you to access the star. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. He's a VIP exec. Or... Now you're speaking. Oh, there's one last... Meaning that you lose. Anyway. They claim their goal. In their mind. In reality. You seriously need to ask. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they... And second, you offer gal bank employee? I'm gonna guess that won't help with... Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't mean much.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. Except, he doesn't act much like a captain.
You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right? Welcome aboard.
Make sure you check every entry. There might be some embedded data we could use to our advantage.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping the ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
Shh. Listen. Can't hear the engines. You're not going to find better
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it? Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just no touching.
There's nothing quite like the view from the StarField ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch any.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy. Almost every
Nothing but the finest at this gala. Lovely party, isn't it?
There was a good reason that was locked.
glad to have you aboard. On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you. An excellent question. My responsibilities include all. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people. Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with malt. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure. So, as you can imagine, I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to discuss our. Have a safe journey. Please let me know if your voyage. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my job. Why should I tell you? No, I can't. Please let me know if your voyage. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my job. Maybe. You are just annoying enough that this might work. All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job. I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some very dangerous people. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from someone named Delgado. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet, as in pirates. Can you believe it? If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters. Somewhere. Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
With all the worthy causes in the settled systems, you'd think people wouldn't waste money on these pretentious luxuries.
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted.
between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the dining area.
Not picked that easily since I traveled with Vladimir's soul.
want to dine at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service. It's
We have a range of excursions available at all of our destinations. All the details are in your cabin.
That last nick is so satisfying, isn't it? Nicely done.
A security situation. I need to get back to my duties.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena will be held in the ship's library this evening.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Custard form.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit. The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
On behalf of myself and the entire team at Trident, we wish to thank you for choosing to work with us.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events. Starfinder.
Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
At the moment, Aurora isn't permitted on Trident Starliner, so we're working on getting that changed.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society. Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
Here for business or pleasure?
So, what brings you aboard?
So, what brings you aboard?
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the cruise attendants.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best.
The society chair has... really outdone herself this time. Hello.
I certainly
Are
hope
you
they
a member
decide
of
to
the
hold all
society?
future Society events aboard a Starliner. Donations to the Society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely... All I know is that the award is given to whomever contributes. The considerable amounts of cash that Dombrowski donates is the only reason we allow him to attend Society functions. Enjoy the rest of the event.
An open bar would have been nice. Is this about that feature SSNN ran a few years ago? This is going to be the 9th Earth Savior Awards. Yes, he's some kind of top dog over at Galbank. Nice to have met you.
Here for business?
Have you tried the
Pleasure.
cannabis? The Society was founded about 8 years... it's for the Society's high rollers. If you... Letty has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank. That's all then? Okay.
Have you tried the canopies? The Society is such a worthy cause. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes... Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people. If he suddenly disappeared from the universe... Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
So, what brings you aboard?
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy. Not at all. I was assured that this particular... I am completely confident that probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted... Yes, I am. Actually, I've been in... Why do you ask? During my tenure? Oh, certainly not. There was an unfortunate incident where my predecessor... Needless to say, they'll be spent... Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. Since we can't produce a new award, I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination. Forget it. I refuse to have a repeat of last year's fiasco, where the name leaked early and started a common brawl. The winner's name is safely sealed away with the award itself, inside the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to the purser's office. Empty. I've only seen it briefly myself. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can... Is there anything else I can... Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
Regarding the security of your items.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society.
Must you continue these unwel... Excuse me? And why in goodness name? And why, in goodness name, would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? No, I can't. Nice try. I hope... I mean, it might... Yeah. I hope so. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Don't forget to keep your StarField pass handy.
On behalf of Trident Luxury Line, I'd like to welcome you aboard.
Remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
The society chair I don't know why Larry's attending this event. Well, that was boring.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all... He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Well, that was boring.
That's not yours. Leave it be.
Sorry. Do I know you? Okay, wait. Are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already... Who? Look, can... His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? Ugh, I should have destroyed that disgusting letter. Fine, you win. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
If you're angry at anybody, it should be yourself for getting mixed up in this ridiculous scheme in the first place.
Judge me all you want, lady. At this point, if I'm going down, then all I'm focused on is dragging Larry down with me. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, it's called playing it cool. You should... Oh, angry isn't even the right word. The plan was solid. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer? I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts by the time it lands in our pockets. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank... What do you think is going? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. Let's get one thing straight. Larry
I don't know. If he's broken the law, he should be punished.
Stoop to his level? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth. Not bad for a lowly Galbank. What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their commnet for any Galbank chatter. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation... You need top clearance for that kind of access. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
Here for business or pleasure? An open bar would have been nice.
Hello. You here for the charity event?
For every credit we've got.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events, but something tells me you're not. Dombrowski, he's the exec holding... Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me,
You're a liar and an absolute disgrace.
Don't test me. You have no idea how high. Not only can I make you disappear. Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to... And since I work for UC Security...
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
This is gonna end badly for you.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. We have to handle this very delicately. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need... Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. This is one of Trident's premier Starline, including triple redundancy. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency.
Whatever it takes. He's talking about tampering with the only system keeping everyone on this ship alive.
Don't worry, it'll be one more thing. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey. Anyway, I better start. Get back to it.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Only one point of I'll be right here.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
I saw your little exchange. Which is why he's threatening. We need harder. The problem is he's not gonna talk. Smart. If there, I think the best chance. Manipulate if you could. Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just one more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room mark. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, this is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quick. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colony. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstep. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty... Don't you have somewhere to be? Shouldn't you be on your way to Sunday?
I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
Good work with the bartender. Won't be excellent.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
There's some heavy security protecting this area, but judging from the fact that this is the life support control, it certainly makes sense.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest. Sorry to give you trouble. Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Now, don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather. I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of space. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a... Oh, sorry, that... No, sorry. I'm afraid it's impossible. Trident regulations strictly prohibit any... Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, it's just that... Hey, if your heart's set on it, who am I to stop you from staring at a bunch of life support machinery? Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain, he told me. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain? Tell you what though, for someone that loves credit so much. Whatever you do, don't break anything, or I'll be out of a job.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
It appears that we've definitely ruined the party. Everyone's gone.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin immediately.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games. You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC... Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fly. But if I give you that information...
Report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further
Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on... I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong. Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account number. It was my little insurance policy in case... At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. I wasn't lying when I said I didn't know anything about your undercover. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is... Ikande's loaded with big picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence. Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans. That's if you leave him alive. Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting... That's all I need right now. Enemies on two fronts. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this... No. You can leave me out of your... You better tell Dombrowski to run.
May I have your attention, please?
I will.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.